Hey everyone, Rod the Tool Guy here with ARES Tools. In this video we're going to look at our 18019 double flare tool kit. This kit has everything you need to make single and double flares on tubing. This double flaring tool kit includes 1/4 inch adapter, a 5/16, a 1/2 inch adapter, and two adapters, both in 3/16 and 3/8, so you have spares there. This is great for backups for the most heavily used sizes. The adapter sizes also cover 4.8 through 12.7 millimeter. Our double flaring tool kit also includes a mini tube cutter with a 1/8 through 5/8 inch capacity. This convenient storage case to keep everything together. The forged yoke is constructed from premium heat treated steel, and the swivel is constructed of an alloy steel with a chrome plating to assist in reducing friction. This set allows you to make 45-degree single and double flares on soft steel, copper, aluminum tubing, great for brake and transmission cooler lines, along with many other applications. So let's show you how to get this set up in a demo of a couple of flares. Okay, so we've got a piece of 3/16 tubing here. One of the important things to do when you clamp down on your tubing, you can see the markings for your tubing, is you want to keep these two parallel. So that means tightening your screws evenly, because if you get it cocked or whatever and it creates more of a gap on one side of the 45-degree bevel in here, it'll tend to form your flare off center. So you want to make sure that you get a tight grip but an even one. Just like so, and you just keep tightening that down and adjusting until you've got it nice and even across there, keeping these two pieces parallel like so. So that's how you do that. Now what I want to show you at this point is adjusting the proper height for the flare. So you place your tubing in there, you use your die, and you put the height of the tubing up to the first notch on the die, just like that, this area here, and that gives you your proper height of the tubing. And you tighten it down, like I said, making sure you stay parallel, and then we'll begin forming it. There's teeth in here, they'll grip into the piece of tubing to hold it in place. And with ours, it's got a nice piece here, so you don't have to hold it by hand. You can put it in a vise, which is very helpful. But if you're working on a car and you're in a wheel well or something, this works out well too, because you can put it inside there and have plenty of room to work. So now that you've done that, you take your die and place it, the nipple of it, right down inside the tubing there. This step, like so. You want to make sure when you've cut your tubing that you've done a nice job on that, so everything's good and square. That'll really help you out so you don't get a crooked flare. The other thing is you want to make sure your yoke is placed on here good and square so that it forms the flare straight on. So now we'll do the first step. You tighten it down until it stops, like so. Go ahead and back it off. And essentially that's a bubble flare right there. That's your first step. Then go ahead and take and drop your swivel end there in. Go ahead and bring it up. Snug it up, make sure it's nice and square. Make sure that you're not interfering here with the wing nut. Make sure you got plenty of clearance there so it doesn't tilt your operation one side or the other. Go ahead and tighten her down until it's snug. Back it off. And there you have your flare. Okay, so this kit does come with this handy little cutter. You can go ahead and put it in there and adjust it so it just touch. And like I said, you want to make sure that you're letting the cutter do the work, because otherwise you start deforming the tubing, which affects your flare. So just go ahead and start bringing it around and slowly tightening it up until it cuts it off. You're making sure it stays square and you don't have any burp. Okay, so on the single flare, you don't space above your bar here. You can just be a tad a bit above it, but you pretty much want to be even with it for just a single. And go ahead and tighten it up, like I said, keeping it parallel like before. And then you'll be able to make the flare. Then you install your yoke again. Until it comes down and touches the, drops in the hole there. You want to try and make sure you're all centered up on that. Okay, once you're sure you're centered up, go ahead and run it down, snug it, back it off, and there you have your single flare. So there you have it, our 18019 double flaring toolkit, portable and compact to use in tight places or on the workbench. Thanks for watching and be safe out there.